She'll make a pig's ear of it if she gets down there, but she won't listen.
Gives a bit of bacon.
I'll get naughty.
Oh, go on, I can make a bacon sarnie then.
Well, you can have that, but it's burnt and it's fallen on the floor.
Stanley, your generosity is like the tail on a Manx cat. It's flaming non-existent.
What's your opinion?
About what?
Going down to that chippy and giving that woman a notice. When if Elder does it, she might blow her top and go round the bend, you know. It wants a cool head. It wants a cute person.
Well, like you mean?
That's right, I mean.
Stanley, you see Hilda inheriting this chippy as the answer to your dreams of avarice, not to mention suspended animation.
Well, there should be a few quid in it.
You mean Hilda will be earning a few quid while you yawn and let her?
Ah, but she wants the business brains behind her, you see.
Right, I'm off to the Rovers. Now, I want them pots washing up when you finish, Stanley.
Eddie agrees with me.
Well, he would, wouldn't he? Aren't you what's called boom companions? One or two pubs in this town think you're Siamese twins.
I resent that.
He reckons I should go and see this woman.
I never said that.
Oh, he does he? Well, he can just think again, because I'm going to see this Ms. Carter, or whatever she calls herself. Oh, yes. Nobody tries to cheat me out of my rightful inheritance and gets away with it. Now, don't forget, Stanley, them pots.
She'll cock it up. No danger.
Good. Might just stop you seizing up altogether.
Good morning.
Oh, I'm sorry. Has it gone 9? I'm just coming.
That's all right. Haven't come to root you out. Just come to see how you went on yesterday with Victor at cottage. Oh, was it not as nice this time? Well, they can be horrible, these country cottages. Roses round the door and mushrooms sprouting in bedroom.
No, it was just as lovely.
Oh.
And now I'm more confused than ever I was.
Why, having seen his little love nest again, did your moral scruples fly out of his little lattice window?
No, they did not. And anyway, it hasn't got latticed windows. It's clear glass because it's been extensively renovated. No, it was something that happened there.
It was never a dastardly deed to get you on your own on them moors, was it? The dirty Heathcliff.
Rita, will you please be serious for once in your life?
Sorry, go on.
Well, this neighbour called to say hello. And you know what? She kept calling me several times.
Not a fallen woman.
Rita. She kept calling me Mrs. Pendlebury.
Well, it's an easy enough mistake to make, isn't it? I mean, both of you moving in there, she'd naturally
Yes, I know, but the point is he didn't contradict her.
Well?
And when I tackled him about it, you know what he said?
No, I
He
did.
said he didn't want to upset her moral sensibilities before the event, which might not happen anyway, if you see what I mean.
No.
The point is, Rita, that he even thinks about moral sensibilities. This so-called free thinker who wants a trial marriage. Well, I mean, he can't have it both ways, can he? You see, it's all right for her to have moral sensibilities, a complete stranger, but not me, apparently. Well, I mean, is he a fraud or an opportunist?
You don't half get yourself in some situations with fellas, don't you? You'd make a fortune if you wrote for women's magazines. That is, if they believed
I
you.
just wish I knew what to do.
Look, there is another way of looking at what Victor said to this woman.
What's that?
Maybe he's not as unconventional as he likes to make out. Maybe he's getting cold feet about this trial marriage. And maybe he'll propose after all, because at heart he's a husband.
He just saying that.
It's a possibility. I'll go. Look, I'll see you when you're ready. There's no rush.
Ah, well, it's a nice morning. I think I'll pop down to my allotment.
All right, well, don't volunteer to dig anybody's cabbage patch up, will you?
Depends how much you offer me to do it.
Go on with it. You're an OAP delinquent, you.
Ah,
I thought he'd never go.
Why? What did you have in mind, Kenneth?
I'll show you in a minute, madam, if you don't watch out. No, about that new house.
What new house? You've not been building me one during the night, have you?
Deirdre?
Yes. About this new house I want because I'm fed up to the back teeth of living in this place.
Right, well, I thought we'd have a drive round this afternoon. You know, look at some of those I looked up before, see if they're still on the market.
Oh, yeah, great. Have you got time?
I'll make time.
Do you think we'll actually manage it this time? Moving, I mean.
I think so.
What about you know who?
Well, we'll deal with the problem of Uncle Albert when we reach the stage where it becomes a problem.
Do you think it might be a good idea to put him in the picture from the start? I mean, he is as involved as us. He's even more involved, really.
But look, Uncle Albert is a very old man. And obviously, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But when he does go, we're going to be left high and dry, aren't we? I mean, this house isn't going to come to us. He's going to leave it to his daughter, Beatty. Blood's thicker than water, as you know.
I just don't like the idea of doing anything behind his back.
You're a split personality, you, aren't you? One minute the tough go-getter, the next soft as putty.
Ah, that's what makes me so fascinating.
Yeah, well, it's either that or the glasses.
I'll thump you in a minute.
All right, we'll tell Uncle Albert what we're up to the first chance we get. Oh, I'm not looking forward to it.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Hey, where do you think you're going?
Home, where do you think I'm going?
You can't have done much time you've been here, eh?
I've done what I'm supposed to do, which is more than I can say for you, Fredgie, the speed you've been going at. Took you 10 minutes to stir your cup of tea because I watched you. While the cat's away, is it? Mrs. Walker's not here, so it's slow foxtrot time, eh?
Oh, listen who's talking. You've hardly disturbed any muck the whole week, Hilda. Never mind shifting it. The fellow dropped a shilling on the floor last night over there, just like it dropped in a pile of sand.
Well, talk about the pot calling the kettle black. You don't do much when Mrs. Walker is here, and when she's away, it's like you're flaming dead.
Well, they're calling you it, aren't they, Hilda? Half time, Hilda, they're calling you, oh, yeah. Half the time you're here, you're not here, and half the time you're skiving.
I don't have to stand for that. I'm thinking of packing it in here, you know. I don't have to work here anymore. Not now I'm going to get my own little business. And I don't have to be insulted by anybody, especially a big, fat, ignorant lump like you, Fredgie.
Hilda, you and your standard couldn't run a flipping raffle, never mind a chippy. You'll be bankrupt in a week. You'll be putting everything in the same fryer. Fish, chips, even the mushy peas. God.
Right, that's it. You've seen the last of me here. I'm giving in my notice.
Oh, now, come on, Hilda. Now, don't be daft. Cool down, lovey. Take no notice of Fred. We all know what an ignorant pig he can be when he's that way out.
No, I mean it, Betty. I'm not dependent on this job anymore.
Look, why don't you make it absolutely sure that you're going to get this chip shop? You know, before you start burning your boats.
Yeah, well, perhaps you're right. But there's no doubt I am going to get it, you know. And when I do, it's 2 fingers time. Oh, yes.
I love Wednesdays.
It's only a postcard of the area. I mean, you can't actually see the cottage on it, but it gives you an idea of what it's like round there. We're sort of behind that hill somewhere.
Well, it's certainly very scenic.
Oh, it is. It's beautiful. It's a lot different from living here in Rosamond Street.
You seem to have made your mind up then. You're definitely going, are you?
No. I'm not 100% certain. It's just, well, the situation might have changed.
Oh, how?
Well, I think Victor might be having second thoughts about getting married or not getting married.
Really? Oh, I am pleased.
Well, I mean, there's nothing definite, you understand. You know, it's just a hint.
Oh, a hint?
Yes.
Oh, well, I suppose we women do have to clutch at straws sometimes, don't
Especially
we?
women like me. Do you know, Emily, sometimes I feel like I'm at the back of a huge queue and in front of me all the women are getting good jobs like, you know, freedom of choice and equality and all things like that. And it's never going to be my turn.
Oh, you're not the only one who feels like that, you know.
Oh, I know. I was reading yesterday how more and more women are taking to the bottle.
Oh, come on, snap out of it. I mean, you're going to be all right, aren't you, if Victor does propose? I mean, that is what you want, isn't it?
Yes. If he proposes.
And you'll have to give your job up here.
Oh, yes, Mr. Fairclough was very clear about that. You see, if I give up the flat, then I'll lose the job because he needs somebody on the premises. But, well, if it works out, who cares? I certainly don't.
My, we are feeling reckless all of a sudden, aren't we?
Well...
Sorry, we're not open. Another 10 minutes.
Good. We can settle this once and for all without any interruptions.
What do you want?
I've told you. I've come to settle things.
They're settled as far as I'm concerned. Right, Frank?
Yeah.
Well, that's just where you're wrong. You told me a pack of lies, didn't you?
You want to be careful what you're saying. Calling me a liar in front of witnesses. Frank, are you listening to this?
Yeah.
I've got proof.
Proof of what?
Proof that you were no more living with our Archie as his...
Go on. As is what?
Well, I was going to say lady love, but it doesn't apply in your case, does it? Because you're no lady.
Frank, I want you to remember this. In fact, get a pen and a piece of paper and write it down.
Any road, you were definitely not living over the brush with our Archie. So you've got no claim on this shop, no matter how much you say he wanted you to have it. So I want you out of here today, or else I fetch the bailiffs.
And I say I was more to Archie than just a friend.
And I say you weren't.
All right, you reckon you can prove it? Well, go on, prove it.
I've had inquiries made.
Inquiries?
Yeah. And the only chap who's been scratching your back late at night for the past 6 months has been him. He may not say very much, but apparently he's very gifted in other directions.
Can you hear her? Can you hear what she's saying about me?
I only wanted a steak pudding.
The aspersion she's making. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Mrs. Ogden. A dozen bailiffs wouldn't get me out of here now. I'll stop, just to spite you. And I don't think you can prove a thing. Not a thing. Because I know I've been very discreet. A steak pudding, did you say, love?
Yes, please. With gravy.
Thanks, Doug.
Run out of ideas, have you? Same here.
Ideas?
Giving your husband a pub lunch instead of creating a scintillating something or other in the kitchen.
Actually, it was his idea. He's taking me out this afternoon as well.
Get you?
Yes, we're going house hunting for the umpteenth time.
Do you know, I never understood why you keep living round here.
No, neither have I.
There's a couple of houses for sale near us, you know.
Oh, right. Thanks for telling me.
They are, Chick.
Oh, thanks, Betsy.
Now then, what do you want? A pint of black and tan?
Yeah.
Coming up.
Just a couple of meat and potato pies, please, Betty. Me and my husband having a pub lunch.
Oh, you know, the garage again.
Yeah. Loving every minute of it.
Must be lovely, you know, working with somebody you adore.
Talking about the motor car.
You monkey.
What's ya?
Hiya.
You know, Stanley, I don't know how you do it. Every time I come in this pub, you're standing there with an inch left in the bottom of your pot.
It's an art, isn't it, Mr. Ogden?
Takes years of practice, love.
Give us 2 pints and a half, Fred.
Righto.
No sign of Mrs. O yet?
No smell. I think she's messed it up, you know. Too scared to come home.
So is that your last word? You're not shifting?
Here I am, and here I stay.
Right, you leave me with no alternative. I shall take what I know about you and your dancing partner here back to my solicitor, and he'll make a court case out of this. And I know who'll win. Oh, yes. You may not be out of here yet, but your days are numbered.
You're bluffing. You've got no proof.
Just hang on a minute, Mrs. Ogden, if you don't mind.
Why? What's she got to hang on for?
Can I have a word with you, Apple? I don't want to get involved in any court case. What about the wife?
Don't you want me to get this shot? I thought you said you were going to leave her if I got shot.
I don't want my name dragging through any court. Give her the shop. I'm browned off coming here anyway. I can't stand the smell of fish and chips.
And what if I don't?
Then it's ta-ra, love.
Well,
Shop's yours.
you are.
You heard me. Shop's yours. Now sling your hook.
Fish and chips twice, please.
You'll have to wait. We've only just started cooking.
Don't bite me head off, love. I'm a customer, not the rent man.
You, Mavis, Victor's here.
Come in.
Oh, I didn't know you were eating.
I've just finished.
A light lunch?
Yes.
Let me guess. An apple and a cream cracker. Am I right? Spartan was adequate.
How did you guess?
Harmony, Mavis. Just two souls in harmony. That's what makes our relationship so exciting.
Would you like a cup of tea? I think I can just about squeeze you one out of the pot.
Oh, yes, I'd love one. I was hoping that today might be decision day.
Oh, how were you?
Well, I think I put my cards on the table, made my position clear.
I want you and I to live in that cottage, Mavis. That's what I bought it for. For us to live in together.
And I'm very flattered, Victor.
When I said I've made my position clear, I don't want you to think that I'm inflexible.
Oh?
Well, you don't think that, do you?
Well, yes, from what you said.
Oh, by no means. Actually, I've had a new idea about us and the cottage. Would you like to hear about it?
Well, yes, please.
Well...
Mavis? Very sorry to interrupt. Can you tell me where you put those night lights we ordered for Mrs. Hodgkins?
Night lights in the summer?
My husband's very poorly.
Mavis?
Oh, I can't remember where I put them. I'm sorry. I won't be a minute.
What's 1 minute in a lifetime?
I'm telling you, that's what she said. She sprinkled hair remover all over his hair while he was still asleep.
Never.
I believe her, she's a Tartarus, Monica. Well, what had her husband done wrong this time? Well, he'd had his hair starred, apparently, so she reckoned he'd got another woman.
Oh, out with her half lives, eh?
Say that again, eh?
Who you pulling to pieces now?
Bert, love, women are not always gossiping, you know.
Oh, what were you doing?
Gossiping.
Hello.
Hello, Hilda. By heck, Hilda. You're dressed up at middle of the week, aren't you?
Ah, well, been to see me ship coming in.
How many times have we heard that before?
Especially off Hilda.
She's slinging her hook. Shop's ours.
Oh, that's great news, Hilda.
Oh, it really is.
You didn't think I'd do it, did you, Stan?
Yes, I did. I said to Eddie, I said, I bet Ariel comes out top dog. You see if she doesn't.
Oh, aye. Well, just to show your appreciation, you can buy me a drink. In fact, you can buy us all one.
Eddie.
Yes, love. Oh, my own little business. I can't believe it, you know. I just can't.
Pretty butchie. Pretty butchie. Say something. Are you thick or what?
I'm sorry about that.
Sure, let's go on.
What? Oh, yes. Well, where were we?
Well, I was just about to tell you my bright idea.
Oh, yes.
Well, I think I've been a bit thoughtless, actually, expecting you to rush into a trial marriage.
I didn't think you were thoughtless, Victor. I mean, well, that's you. Isn't it impulsive?
Yes, seize the moment. That's my philosophy. But this is different, so...
Yes.
Well, I thought if we tried it just at weekends for a few weeks, and then if that works, move on into a full-time situation. Approach it gradually, you see. What do you say, Mavis?
When do you think we would gradually move into a marriage situation, Victor?
Who knows, Mavis? I mean, that's the point of a trial, to see if we should move into a marriage situation. Actually, I'm pretty positive we would.
Well, then why bother with it?
Well, you want to be sure, Mavis. I mean, don't you want to be sure?
Well, very few people are they, when they get married?
Well, yes, and look what happens. I mean, thousands and thousands of divorces, millions. So it seems to me that a trial marriage is the logical answer. The intelligent answer.
Mrs. Pendlebury in all but name.
Pardon? Well, you can be Mrs. Pendlebury if you like. I mean, by default. Simply by not telling anybody that you've...
Miss Riley.
Well, yes, like the lady yesterday. I mean, she thought you were Mrs. Pendlebury, didn't she?
I'm sorry, Victor. The answer's no.
But why not? I mean, we're not exactly breaking new ground, you know.
It might be all right for us. I mean, I just think that if people live together, then they ought to be... just be making too many sacrifices. With not much security.
What sacrifices?
I'd be giving up this flat, which is my home and my job. And for what? At the end of a month or 2 months, you could just say, I'm sorry, Mavis, it hasn't worked out. Goodbye, I'll see you sometime.
Obviously, there are risks.
They're all on my side, it seems to me.
Well, I should have thought they were worth taking.
No.
I'm very disappointed, Mavis. I really am.
So am I, Victor.
Come in.
We've not called it a bad time, have we?
Oh, any time's a bad time in this house, didn't you know? I'm living with the youngest soccer hooligan in the universe.
Oh, do you think you should talk about Brian like that?
I mean him.
Oh, just look at him, isn't he lovely?
And how's Tracy? She getting a big girl.
Oh, you'd think so if you had to buy her clothes.
Oh, I know just what you mean. Brian thinks I've got another 2 kids hidden away in. What do it cost to keep him covered up? Here he is.
Hello. Hey, what are you two doing here?
Brian, you don't ask visitors what they're doing here.
Ken would, and if he didn't get a satisfactory answer, he'd find he had a pressing appointment somewhere.
Yeah, man's home is his castle. Hey, Ken.
Absolutely, yeah. No, we've just come to look at a house just round the corner.
Flippin' heck, you don't waste much time, do you?
No, strike while your husband's got his checkbook out. That's my motto.
You've not gone and bought it, have you?
No, there was no one at home as it happens, but it's very nice.
It is very nice. In fact, the whole estate's nice, isn't it, Brian?
Oh, it's not bad, except it's slowly sucking me dry. I mean, I make a few bob and then this house grabs it and gobbles it up. It's got me for 23 more years yet, mate.
Take no notice of him. He loves this house.
Well, that was why we came here, actually, to see if you like living here.
Definitely. You've not seen upstairs, have you?
No.
Would you like to have a look?
Yes, please.
Come on. Of course, it's smaller than them down the road.
Yeah, well, we're going to need 3 bedrooms.
Okay. Be coming with you, will he, Mr. Tetlock?
Yeah, yes. Can't very well even to cope on his own at his age.
No.
Mind you, he's going to take some persuading to leave that house and become inseparable. And almost undistinguishable. But we'll just have to be firm.
And we return to the street at the same time tomorrow. And don't forget, you can catch up with all your favourite programmes on Plus on our website at www.gplus.co.uk.